So it was getting a little dark, but I wanted to do a video. So I thought I need a flashlight for good lighting. And then I looked down, and guess what was there? A flashlight. What is that? What is that other than instant manifestation? Just imagining things in your mind and them just being there. What is that? What is that? It was just on the ground. A random flashlight. Look at this thing. It's it's a little tube emitting out fragments of the sun. What the heck? And it just beams out. It's an orb. It's a glowing orb. It's crazy. That's crazy. And it's there for me. I imagined it. Or somebody imagined it. Somebody was out there in the dark somewhere, and they thought, you know what? Wouldn't it be nice if it was light? If we could like trap fire into it's been like that, forever. People have, they built fires. They built fires because they envisioned having the fire for themselves. And they envisioned having a light bulb inside of a tube. They envisioned even electricity. And they made it happen. Where did that idea come from? Did they just do it? Did they think really hard about finding a solution to a certain problem? And it just came to them? I think it came to them. They had the thought, and there it was. They tapped in to a thought. I tapped in. I did not pick up this flashlight. I did not search out for a flashlight. I tapped in to the desire of having a flashlight. And now here it is. A flashlight. Now, all of that is wild, and I'm only scratching the surface. The surface. Scratching the surface. It gets way deeper than that. It gets to the very fabric of reality, of existence. It's tapping in to forms, astral forms. It's the world of forms. It's being contacted, and by something somewhere else, in order to bring it here to this physical world. Any idea of art that you have? You didn't have that idea. That idea chose you in order for it to exist. That's what it did. That's what it did. This flashlight chose me because everything is consciousness, everything is the mind, everything, it all has consciousness, it all has awareness, it all has desires. But guess what? They're all your desires. Every single one of them. From any entity that's attacking you, any being that is begging for your energy, that's you. That is some form of you. That is the reflection of you, of yourself. Any words that you just spew out of the mouth, out of any form of expression, me turning on this flashlight right here is me expressing. Wait. I can't do it. My tongue's not powerful enough. Or whoa, whoa, whoa. I just found some knowledge from this. I just brought a dimension where my tongue wasn't powerful enough into here because I perceived something that made it seem that way. So I called it that and gave it all that meaning, and it made it that way. Now, this is just discovering how it works, right? But can we tamper with it? Can we tamper with it? Is it up to us? Or are we just vessels to be used by ideas, by things, by forms? Yeah, we are. That's what they're telling me. That's what they're telling me. But like, it could be anything. It could be anything. That's also what they're telling me. They're also telling me, this intuition, this trusting of higher self or whatever. That it's pretty much anything is okay all the time. We're just here for the ride. But we are also sovereign beings. But can we really be sovereign with all of this around us? Can we breathe? Could we exist? Could this light body perceive without something to perceive it? Could the grass grow without dirt? It's because truly being sovereign is being one. Is being one with everything, which you can never not be. You can never not be one with everything. You are a single organ working with itself. A single organ working with itself. Blasting off into different areas. Different areas? No, the same areas. It's like I'm lighting up this throat right here. And now I'm at the chest. Now I'm at the forehead. Are those different areas? Yeah, they're different areas. Because these are words, and they're helpful. And they are how we maneuver through this. But they're also encasing. They're encasing because they are casing you in to a box. They are a symbol. They are a box that meaning is being dropped in. Meaning is just being dropped in. It's all just being dropped in from somewhere. It's being dropped in to your being from this being from somewhere else, somewhere outside of this being. But is whatever outside of this being actually outside of this being? No, it's not. It's the mind. It comes from the mind. All of this is just an explanation of the mind, of how the mind works, how everything is the imagination. But you have a vague idea, right? Like I had a vague idea. I would sit down and talk. I was in there. I was thinking about, what needs to come out will come out at any moment that it comes out. beyond the vague ideas. Whoever invented a flashlight did not imagine it to be exactly like this. That's the problem with people. That's people's problems, is that they think that they can just create exactly what they vision, what their body envisions, their brain. But I mean, they can, all right? They can. But sometimes that right there, that idea that you have is only there as a basis, a blueprint for something else to grow. The flashlight was never meant to look like this. This video is supposed to be about birthdays, smoothies. Mm. Mm. See, I just throw whatever I can find, whatever I can find that seems like it will ground me here, because that's what it's doing. That's what it is doing. It is grounding you here in this world. Whenever you consume pieces of this world. That's why there's the whole story about going off, living in a cave, completely silent, breathing. You're still consuming, but you're consuming differently. Where do the ideas come from when you're consuming in that sense? When you're consuming differently? Because there are different aspects of yourself that you can consume. And for a long time, I built up my world just so I could consume exactly what it is I wanted to consume. But, and it's great. It's absolutely great, But I got annoyed. I got annoyed by the subtlest little things that were outside of my perimeter, of my little bubble that I created. But now, I realize that those things are just parts of me I haven't addressed. And I find myself enjoying everything that I once found annoying. And I find myself destroying. No. It's just toying. Now, there's different parts of your body that you can intake that will have different effects. Obviously, that is what's going on here. 100% is just licking your lips, seeing what the sensations will bring. Experiment, and what's on your lips? Foreign chemicals everywhere. Foreign as in from a different dimension than the little dimension you were born in, the little realm, the little patch of consumption. Breathing in, breathing out. That's like today I was painting in a room that had these artificial lights, and my first reaction was, I don't want to be in there with those artificial lights, man. But man, if those artificial lights are are harming me, I gotta be a generation to adapt. I want the future. I want to adapt to those artificial lights because they are okay. What? What do you mean they're okay? I'm over here convincing myself artificial lights are okay. They are. This type of stuff. This type of stuff. But there's too much. There's too much. You can't even see the stars right now. You know, there's stars out there. Supposedly there's tons of stars. I don't believe it. I don't believe there are stars. I believe there's a few satellites or something. But this gets to the level of the stars, the whole consumption thing. You're consuming the stars. You're consuming the stars' energy, the rays. This right here, this came from other planets. The minerals in this. I don't know specifically where in space it came from, but everything on Earth came from somewhere else. Scientifically. Bro. This Moldavite. It's the classic example of something that comes from space. It's not, it all just collapsed right here. It all comes from the stars. The Earth, it's just the Earth consuming materials, and yeah, the Earth is definitely an essence, a life, a spirit that's pulling in. Like, why would the Earth exist right where it exists? Why would it be floating right there? Or why would it be sitting right there with nothing outside of it? It's because it's a life form. It's a little life form. Just like the pimple on my face is a life form. Just like the bacteria in my mouth is a life form. We're all life forms eating themselves. Life forms eating themselves. Now, what I do is I choose to liquefy it. Now, that's just me trying to go quickly because I think about other stuff to do. I've got priorities. The priorities is what I use the energy for, not getting the energy. Well, what I use the energy for is giving me energy. It's giving me knowledge. It's giving me information. It's a black hole. It's a black hole. It's a void. All that space, all the space stuff, it's all allegory, of course. It's just like the Bible, all the science. It's all coded up with information that can be understood. You hear that information. Everybody just hears the information. But it's like, oh, this is self-knowledge. What? This is deep stuff. Oh, there's bugs crawling on my screen. Scream! Might as well talk about the topic. Birthdays are super weird. It is a ritual. It is a freaky ritual. I had a birthday party, right? Just because, I just did, and just invited all the humans that are familiar with this human, and apparently the other humans like this human more than this human thought they did. Uh, they were carrying me, saying, "Happy birthday to you." See, I don't even like to recite that. It's freaky. It is a freaky ritual. It is, but it's beautiful. It is a beautiful ritual because everybody just knows it, just knows all the words to this spell, and they give it to you. They give it to you straight, and they make you age. That's what makes you age. That's what the birthday spell. That's what the birthday song is. It's making you age. It's making you get older. It's making you decay, so you think that you can die. But there's nobody out here that I've come across that isn't nice enough to say happy birthday. It's all a thing that all of these cultures do is they say happy birthday. Thank you. Because every day is my birthday, because every day I am reborn. I am reborn as one cycle around the sun. And here I am, a newborn baby. Carry me. Carry me. Wah. Smack me on my butt. Cut off my umbilical cord. Cut off my umbilical cord and take scissors to my genitals. It was traumatic. It was traumatic. But no, see, now now I'm in charge. Now I'm in charge. I am in charge. What will I do with this opportunity of the cycles, of the stars, of the planets? I will do exactly whatever happens because I am a great antenna. Because I've tapped in to what's beyond the antenna and brought in waves, vibes that need to be expressed at every moment. Not every moment. Not every moment. I still feel like I should chill at times. And that could be just another vibe I'm picking up on. See, here's what you gotta do. You just gotta pick up on vibes. Trust yourself because your reality is the objective reality and the perception of your perspective. And don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Just go. Just go with it. Really, just go with it. Just go with everything. If you are hesitant, go with the hesitance. And back off. Now, happy birthday. Because it's also your birthday. If it's my birthday. Yeah, and then parties. Yeah, parties. Parties are wild. Parties are an accumulation of so much energy. So much energy. Now, of course, you could be saying that what they're doing here is they're all trying to brainwash you, have them have them follow you, make you think stuff. Of course, they're doing that unconsciously. But, Yeah, no, they're doing that. They're just doing that. They're all doing that, and it's great because it is such an accumulation of power in a single vicinity. Festivals, way more intense. You know, the more people, the more perspectives. Even if these people are ignorant to what they are, if they are, if they are just going with it, because that's what most people are doing, is just going with it, not looking deep within it. Which, if you want practical life advice, just go with it. If you want intense life advice, just go deep within it. Deep, deep within it. Because within it is outside of it. And then you're tapping in. Tapping in. And then you win. And then you win this game. But notice how I'm in a house right now. There's like a couple other people in the house. I mean, I'm not. I'm outside. But, for human beings, other human beings are what they thrive on. I notice myself just thinking about my friends. It's because they literally are you. They literally are you. And they're different types of you. They're different characters. Different versions of what you could be, especially if you know them. It's definitely wild. Now, I would like to say one last thing. No, I would like to just say, see, start thinking about it. But it comes back. It will come back. A bit of light. Just a bit of light. Oh. And then there's people over there too. But notice how they put up a fence. They put up walls, not to keep us safe, but to just protect us. Because if we're around so many humans, it's too powerful. But hey, it is too powerful. It powers up something. This whole city power, neighborhood, it's a circuit board. It's a circuit board giving energy to a giant computer. But, that's just fractals. And conspiratorial thinking. There's something about that conspiratorial thinking that an entity does. Is they think, ooh, all the other entities are out to get me. Because I'm the only entity. I know what's going on. See? But that's beautiful. That's what an entity does. But does an entity look deep within itself and reflect? Is that even helpful? No, it doesn't need to do that. It just needs to be aware. Awareness. Whoa. Parties should happen more often. They probably do. I just don't do it. But it's nice. It's crazy though. People will just be talking about random stuff. Like, dude, that's so just. And then everybody be doing it, and then it's just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and you're just laying there like, whoa, and everybody, and you're not even, and I wasn't even annoyed by what they had to say because it sounded like another language because everybody has a similar voice, and they were all just talking and laughing and da 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 da. And it's just a show. It's just a crazy, crazy show. Look at it from any other angle. It is freaking crazy. But I'm only looking at it from this angle. Is looking at it from another angle within the mind. Over there, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at over there from over here. Uh, it's wild. But, my thoughts is that why why is it that way? Why are humans so powerful? It's just direct. They're close to you. They're in your direct dimension. They're in your direct dimension. They could be a dimension under you or below you. There's other forces in your dimension, of course, that float in and out of your dimension, like bugs, plants, trees. But it's like there's something direct. Like you're the same point, same sector, same representation of something else. Well, I just zoomed out and heard me blabbering, and I was like, whoa. That only makes sense to the other humans. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? They're just communicating. They're sending each other pheromones through a crystal ball. I'm sending you stuff through a crystal ball right now. I'm sending you vibes. They're just looking down there. They're just sending each other vibes. And the vibe, mouth noises. It's so freaky. It's so freaky. This could be the freakiest thing that's ever happened ever. Just because it's being experienced right now. But it's also being experienced. Everything else is also being experienced right now. But I've got the feeling that this right now is now. What's with those expressions? Why did those expressions appear? Who knows? Who can really tell? Full circle, and I'm just tapping into it. I'm just picking up another world, flowing into this world, flowing into this sector of the mind. Whoa. Will any of it ever make sense? Yes. Yes. Will you ever be able to explain it? That's just what we're all out here doing. That's just what we're all out here doing.